Bowers and also for Bungart Motorsports. That's kind of where I got that. But he has done that in the past. But he has been around the world of truck and tractor pulling, so he is very good in that sled. So we will see once what all shakes out here with what they adjusted. But again, American Pride, Keith Witt, Warrenton, Missouri. He will be your test puller in the ARP Superstock Diesel trucks. After the sled reset, you saw Justin Gearhart go down, cream of the crop. They reset the sled. Coming back now, Keith Witt, American Pride. Kind of came out of the whole line a little bit slow. They're still having a little bit of trouble with that starting line down there, getting things rolling. So the American Pride truck is going to go 293.03, 293 and 03. We are going to be official. So Keith Witt, American Pride, sets the distance to 293.03. Justin Gearhart will get this going. So all right, we're going to Daniel Whalen out of Franklin, Illinois. This is going to be Cuminized Out. Your leaders out there at 293.03. Keith Witt, the American Pride. Daniel Whalen, Cuminized Out. Not able to get the bite of the track that he wanted to there. Going to end up a little bit farther back than what I know he wanted to have on that run. But again, the Cuminized Out Daniel Whalen out of Franklin, Illinois. 251.05. 251.05. That is going to bring up Craig Dickey, the Cummins Killer III out of River Falls, Wisconsin. And again, Craig Dickey on the Cummins Killer III, River Falls, Wisconsin. And again, Craig Dickey out of River Falls, Wisconsin, the Cummins Killer III. He will be coming back later on in this class, having some issues down there with getting that truck started in that staging area down there. So they're going to allow him to go ahead and drop. He will still have 2 attempts to be able to make a measurable pass. But he has got the chain tightened up and ready to go again. Eric Stacy, Winchester, Ohio, your leaders out there at 293.03. But this is the Smokin' Ya HD. Good pass there for the Smoking HD. I think you're going to have a new leader. I will get the official distance here as soon as they get that sent to Melissa. 287.70. 287.70. So that is going to leave him in the number 2 spot. Your leader, Keith Witt, at 293.03 is still sitting at number 1. The Smoking HD at 287.70 is sitting number 2, and that will knock. What they're looking at now is they're trying to get something off that starting line to get these guys to be able to get the sled moving a lot faster to get everything wound up. If you kind of watch the Smoking HD whenever it came down before, it really did not hit full throttle until about 150 feet is when he finally opened it up. So I think they're having some issues down there getting off that starting line to making things work. They're going to try to get things going just a little bit better, a little faster down there. So trying to find something on that starting line. Moving it all the way to the left side of the track. Van Hazley, Fairmont, Indiana. This is the Rock Hard Ram. Was playing with the throttle all the way down, was just trying to get it to bite, just trying to get something to happen. Every time he opened it up, the RPMs went way up, but the tires broke loose and did not get the bite that he wanted. So he was really working that throttle really, really hard to be able to try and get as much distance as he could out of there. 284 and 78, 284.78. That'll leave him in the number 3 spot. But the Rock Hard Ram truck now sitting in that number 3 spot, 284 and 78. And you can see the amount of dirt that he put in front of the buckboard. But just watch that replay, watch that stack. It is very, very clean, very, very clean. All right, Brady Ingram coming up. Green, Illinois. This is going to be the crosswired. Keith Witt on the American Pride still sitting out there in the number 1 spot at 293.03. Brady Ingram on crosswired. Trying to come out of, I guess I'm going to say soft. It's kind of how it is termed. Don't want to come out too hard, so you're trying to just feather it out, just trying to get the truck to bite into that track to be able to make things work and get going. But the problem is if you come out too soft, not enough throttle in there, not enough boost buildup, you'll get underneath them turbochargers right away. So he's going to get another attempt. They're going to back him up. You have 2 chances to make a measurable pass. They will back him up. And give him his second attempt. So you'll see him come off the line harder than what he did last time, giving him more throttle, building up the boost, probably still trying to feather that clutch out to make things kind of work to get the horsepower down. But again, this is crosswired Brady Ingram. Just not able to get it to put that horsepower to the track. These trucks are turning amazing amounts of horsepower out of the sides of that engine and those turbochargers, just not being able to get it down to the ground here. These trucks come in weighing, I believe, 7,500 pounds. 276.12, 276.12. Going to be coming to you out of Attica, Indiana. Keith Witt out of Warrenton, Missouri is still your leader there. The American Pride at 293.03. And sitting number 2, again, Eric Stacy on the Smoking HD at 287.70. Van Hazley on the Rock Hard Ram at 284.78. Top 3 trucks right now. We will have Craig Dickey on the Cummins Killer III coming back later on in the class, and also Justin Gearhart on the cream of the crop, yet to return after the sled reset. Again, Kent Crowder coming up, Attica, Indiana. Shai Diesel. Great pass there for the Shai Diesel truck. I really thought we were going to have a new leader whenever I saw him coming down, and he got to 250, and he had great ground speed coming on, but the Bauer sled come up and put a stop to him. Going to end up short. He is at 291 and 41, 291 and 41, so that is going to put him in the number 2 spot. 291.41. Your leader is still Keith Witt out of the American Pride at 293.03. So Kent Crowder in the Shai Diesel, he goes 291.41 to get himself into the number 2 spot. He's going to bump everybody else down. So Eric Stacy with his Smoking Ya HD is now sitting number 3 at 287.70. John Mans out of New Park, Pennsylvania, coming up next on the Crazy X. He'll come out here and get some pictures taken with some of these awesome pulling rigs that are here tonight. So well, John Mann's coming up next. For all you Ford lovers, this is the only one that you got in the class. New Park, Pennsylvania, John Mann's. This is the Crazy X. Your leader is still out there at 293.03. Keith Witt, the American Pride. John Mann's Crazy X. Very good pass for the Crazy X. .63. 280.63. Looks like that'll leave him in the number 5 spot. 280.63 again for the Crazy X.
So your leaderboard has not been shaken up. Kent Crowder is still sitting there in the number 2 spot. Keith Witt is sitting there number 1. There is about just over 1.5 feet that separate first and second place right now. Sitting in number 3, Eric Stacy in the Smoking HD at 287.70. Sitting in number 4, Keith Witt, American Pride at 293.03. Chase Eller on the Caretaker.
The amount of RPMs that these guys are getting out of these engines when they are coming down and not being able to get that horsepower down to the track. This track is really fighting them. They are playing really hard with the throttles all the way down. You can see, and you can watch again as we go through the replay up there. But you will see how that stack goes from dark to clear, dark to clear. They are trying to play with that throttle as much as they can to be able to get the most horsepower, get everything locked into that, get them tires to lock into that sled just as good as they can. And it is just not working for them tonight. But they are moving massive amounts of dirt up against it.
In Craig Dickey, River Falls, Wisconsin, the Cummins Killer III.
Not going to be able to get down there in that leader area. Had a great pass going. Took him a little bit to get the boost build up. You kind of saw that fluttered out there at the very start line. Just could not get the boost up there. The Duramaxes are a lot harder to get them RPMs up, dealing with the 260.32, 260.32. That replay up there again, 260.32 for the Cummins Killer III. You can kind of watch it in there. He was in and still playing with that throttle when he got it under full load, but just ended up short, not getting the bite to the track. Tough track for these guys here tonight. Lots of horsepower. Again, they're running those bar cut tires on the V cuts and just having a hard time getting the horsepower down to the track. These tracks can be really tricky at times. But your leader is still the second truck that went out of this class, but he was the first one after the sled reset. That is going to be the American Pride. Again, Justin Gearhart, Circleville, Ohio. He was the first truck you saw come down the track in this ARP Superstock diesel trucks here at Osceola, Iowa.
at the Junction Town Showdown. This is Cream of the Crop.
All right, backed out of it. Just was not getting the boost that he wanted to out of it. Got underneath the turbocharger just a little bit, so he backed back out of the throttle. Going to pull him back, give him a second attempt. Now you have to remember, too, where he made that one pass before, everything is a little bit tight in there. There's a lot of heat that got built up in the clutches, and that's so everything acts just a little bit different after you've already made a pass. Everything has got just a little bit of heat into it, so the clutches might grab just a little bit. Might have to hold that clutch pedal down just a little bit more. But Justin Gearhart, with his second attempt,
on the truck they call Cream of the Crop.
'Not going to get the win here tonight on the Cream of the Crop. Again, put that pass down there a little bit ago. They reset the sled. He was out there at 279. $261.16. That's going to leave him in the number 8 spot there at 261.16. Again for the Cream of the Crop. All right, give you the top 5 in this class. Again, the ARP Superstock Diesel trucks that were here tonight in Osceola, Iowa at the Junction Town Showdown. Number 5 is going to go to the Crazy X. Number 4 to Rock Hard Ram. Number 3, Smoking Ya HD.